Yeah, it's in 33 days. Genie can start speaking to other clubs about possibly moving to them. I just wonder whether you thought it was inevitable now, the way things are moving, that he will end up going somewhere else.
I cannot really say a lot about that. I would be happy if he would stay here. That's maybe the only thing. So, but I'm sitting here, and that I'm pretty happy with Jenny. You see when you look most of the lineups.
Yeah, no, because I was going to say there's an argument to say that in his 5 years here, this is probably his best run of form so far. He's been so influential, and he's played so many games for you this year in fitness, everything about him, how he's influencing it.
That might be only because your memories are not that good. He played always good. That's why he played the amount of games. I cannot remember a lot of bad games. To be honest, he played for us on plenty of positions, different positions. Yeah, he's in a good moment. Thank God. Long may it continue. That's it. But I don't know how many games he played since I'm here, but or since
200, isn't it? He's played 200. Cool.
We had only 205 in that time, probably. I think, I don't know. So that's just it's good. It's good, and I there's nothing else to say about it, to be honest. So as long as nothing is decided, everything is possible, and I'm positive.
Thank you, Don. Okay,
thank you.
Joyce and Andy Hunter. We'll go Paul first. Paul.
Yeah, hi Jurgen. I was just wondering, how do you instill a sense of freshness in the players for tomorrow, given the schedule that you've had? Is it?
Yeah. Look, I talk about these kind of things when I think it makes sense, when I think it's necessary, and I spoke about all these kind of things a lot in the last few weeks, that we have to save the players. So now that's over now. Obviously, I can't do anything about it, so that's why I just want to. That's why I don't think about it in the moment. My only concern is now we have to use the few hours we have to make them as fresh as possible. Yeah, and I'm not a miracle worker. I cannot do that. It's just we have to make sure whatever we can do from a recovery point of view, we did and we will do. And the boys are fit and good and all these kind of things. And then we have to make sure that we play a good game. So, but what's really tricky is okay. I don't read too much what you all write, to be honest, but sitting in your position and asking these questions, knowing it's an issue, but not working on sorting the issue, that I think that's a bit poor, to be honest. That's so like just writing what I say. When I say something, then I'm the moaner or whatever you call me. And if you don't say anything about it, then nobody speaks about it. But if you say something, then you write only what I say. Now with your question, it looks like you think as well it could be quite tough. Obviously, but anyway, nothing changed. So, and we have to deal with the situation. Look, we don't go for excuses, and I told my boys already. I spoke a lot about it, but that means nothing for us. That means only I expect us to be 100% there at 12:30 tomorrow. Nothing else. So, but that doesn't mean it was not necessary to talk about it. The outcome of the things we said, you can read in the schedule and how busy people are with telling us you cannot change it now. That we still have no other vote about 5 subs, even when we had a meeting where it was clear that the coaches, managers, if you would have counted that day, it would have been at least 15-5, if not 16-4. But we couldn't vote, and since then, obviously, I don't know if something changed or whatever, if they changed their mind or whatever. But that's all how it was, and nothing changed. So why should we talk about it?
Andy Hunter and then Dave Maddock to finish the press conference. Andy.
Hi, Jurgen. Sorry about this because it is on a similar theme. But I was going to ask, what if you could explain the actual specifics of the routine that you have to go through, say today and tomorrow morning for a 12:30 kickoff, different to a normal. Say it was 3:00 at Brighton tomorrow. How would your day be today and tomorrow morning compared to how it is going to be? This press conference being earlier for a start, perhaps.
Yeah, the routines are only move a few hours, so that's of course. So we played Wednesday night. Thursday morning is then a session, and we have to go in the morning because of the biorhythm. So like we train at around about 12. Whenever that we already get used a little bit to it. Otherwise, the boys, if we would play later, the boys could sleep a little bit longer. So you can imagine after a game like Wednesday, not only because we lost it in general, because of the intensity of the games, the boys don't sleep that well. So you get the best sleep right up early in the morning between 6 and 10, if you can sleep that long. We couldn't do that. And then you train with the boys who didn't play, the other recover. Today is the only session we have, obviously, but it's in the same moment. It's secondary recovery, so there's no intensity in. It's just tactical stuff, because obviously Brighton plays different to Atlanta. Tomorrow morning, the difference is we have pre-match meal. When you play 12:30, you have the pre-match meal at 9 o'clock. That means pasta and all these kind of things at 9 o'clock. You get up at 7:30, and then we have a walk before breakfast, and then before pre-match. You have pre-match, and then you play. So if you play in the afternoon, obviously the boys sleep longer, which is, you can ask whoever you want, a big part of recovery, sleeping, and then you play in the afternoon. So that's how it is. That's why I never spoke about Wednesday, Saturday should not be possible. That's a completely normal routine for us. It's about Wednesday and 12:30 should not be possible. But how is that? Whatever I say here, and if you ask sports science people, they have nothing to do with football or with Liverpool or with anything, they would tell you exactly the same. That's not me. It's the situation.
Fantastic. And then to finish, last question, Dave Maddock.
Jurgen, one of your many qualities as a manager is your relationship, the relationship you build with players. And I'm just wondering, over the years, obviously you've probably had many players who are coming towards the end of their contracts that you need, that are really important. So what's it like? I'm obviously thinking about Gini particularly. You really need him, but at the same time there is this, thing that's hanging over him. How do you deal with that as a manager, and how do you expect him to deal with that as a player?
He's one of the best people I ever met. He's one of the best players I ever trained, and he's an outstanding person. So it means absolutely no issue at all. It's professional. Our relationship didn't change at all over the years. Improved, obviously. We won a few things together. We know each other much better. I'm interested in his life. He's interested in my life. That's how it is. Mine is not so spectacular, really, but that's the truth. So nothing's no problem. We had situations like this with Emre Can, for example. He played. He gave his absolutely everything until the last day of his contract. So Gini will do the same, no doubt about that. So no harm for our relationship or ever.